Good morning. So it is Tuesday, June 6th, and it is technically still my first, but at the same time, my second week of PT school. We have an exam next week that we're preparing for. We're in lab every day for like 3 hours. And we have lunch for an hour. And we have lecture for like 2 to 3, depending on the day. It's going all right. Like I said, preparing for the exam. I believe it's all gonna go well, in Jesus' name. Good evening, everybody. It is 5:22 p.m. I just took my second quiz. I think I told you all earlier I got an A on my first quiz, and the same thing for the second quiz going around. So it's just a quiz. I'm not hyped yet because we have our first exam next Tuesday. I am nervous, but at the same time, I'm confident that I will be able to study enough and do what I need to do to get the information in here. Today, we pretty much stayed in lab for 3 hours. That's been the thing this week so far. We'll get in around 8:30, kind of talk to our professor, review whatever, and then dive right in from 9 to 12. And then after that, we went straight into lecture. Today wasn't lecture, so we had 1 hour with the student counseling center. So the lady told us about all of the things they offer, how to manage your stress, especially in this physical therapy program. The second hour of lecture was our professor talking about the anterior and posterior triangles of the neck. We are learning all of the things. Some people are freaking out because they thought the test was only on chapter 1, but the test is actually on chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we just started chapter 2 today. I'm not gonna freak out because at the end of the day, the professors have been doing this for years. I think one of them said he's been the professor for 31 graduating classes now. So I trust them. I'm trusting the process. It's kind of confusing and I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it. The only thing left for me to do this evening is literally study. I'm gonna review the lecture slides today next to the dissector, so I split my iPad screen up. And the dissector is like our textbook. I don't really know how to explain it. Review my muscle cards. So those are basically flashcards that have the origin, insertion, action, innervation of each muscle that we need to learn for this unit. And like I said, the unit includes chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. I haven't read chapter 3 or 4 yet. However, I have figured out that reading a bunch of text is not my, learning style or whatever they call it. So, like I said, having the lecture slides next to the dissector, I can figure out what I actually need to highlight and go back over how things are kind of connected. But when I'm just reading a bunch of words, number one, I lose focus. Number two, it's not staying in my head. But when I can connect the dots and figure out how things work together and why this is named that or whatever, that works for me. So that's what I'm going to do probably until I'll say maybe 9 o'clock tonight. I try to do 3 hours a day. So my studying is 45 minutes on, 15 minutes off. And it seems to be working. It worked all of my masters. As you see, I have it. I graduated. Like I said, we talked about stress management today. We talked about getting enough sleep, eating, still doing things you enjoy, to a certain extent. And every day I need to take at least an hour before bed to just decompress. That way I'm not going to bed with everything still kind of swirling around my mind. So the last thing I'm going to do before I get started on that, go for a walk and then shower, eat some dinner, and get right into it. So, all right, guys, back at it again. Today is Thursday. We are almost done for the week. I don't know how many of y'all have been keeping up with what's going on, but it is dumb cloudy outside. Apparently Canada has wildfires or something going on, and it's affecting the East Coast. So it's really cloudy and gross outside. So I decided to put my mask back on. I hope y'all can hear me, but it's about to be lunchtime for an hour, and then we have group work till 3, and then I'll be headed home for the day. Students after leaving cadaver lab. Gloria has a fancy. Hey. I am so sorry, y'all. This week has been crazy. Like I said, the exam is coming up, exam number 1. So I've just been studying and trying my best to pass. So I take that next Tuesday. Yesterday officially made it a week since we started classes. Today is going to be our first day of surface anatomy, so that's why I'm in this kind of like halter top situation going on. We're doing the thoracic wall, superficial back, anterior and posterior triangles of the neck, and I think that's it. Like I told y'all before, we can't take pictures or videos in lecture or lab, so I'll probably have to catch up with you later again, but thank God it's Friday. There's nothing I'm doing this weekend for real except studying. We are in week 3. Week 3. And our exam, our exam is tomorrow. We are all stressed, but at the same time, it is what it is.
We're stressed, very blessed.
It is what it is. So we're about to go eat lunch and review run it back. But I don't know how this review is gonna go. Hey friends, so it is about 5 o'clock. I'm just getting home for the day. It is thunderstorming outside, so not going for a walk today, which is fine. Tomorrow is the exam 1, y'all. It's here already. So the plan is to shower, get a snack, and then study for about 3 to 4 hours. And that's it for the night. The exam is tomorrow, like I said. Need to be there at 9 o'clock. So I really want to get there at 8:30, get settled, get ready, pray. If I don't check in with you all tonight, after I study and settle down, I'll check in with you all tomorrow for sure. We're going to pray together, okay? All right. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, June 13th. It is 8:31 a.m. It is test day. It is exam day. Our first exam, 71 in, 71 out. I said it yesterday. I'm praying for all of us to do well on this exam, not just pass, because we know this information. I'm about to walk over to the building and take this written exam. I'll check in with y'all after, for real this time, because I forgot yesterday. But I'll check in with y'all after. All right, it is like 10:45 or something. I'm headed to the student center. Got out of the exam. We're not supposed to talk about the exam literally until the review later on today, so I'm just gonna take a break, get myself together, and then probably 11 I'll actually start studying for the lab exam. So it is like 12:20 something, and we're walking to the lab to take our lab exam. How does everybody feel after the written? You know, we're here. So after the lab exam, we have a review, and then I have an appointment with the academic advisor person voluntarily. And then I'm going to get my nails done. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it is 2:51. Lecture exam review is at 3 o'clock. I just got out of the lab exam. Just like the lecture exam, I was the last one to finish, but I'd rather take all the time that they give me. I didn't go back to anything. That's not usually what I do. I usually take my time so I can go through each question and just take my time, making sure I read the question, all the answers, whatever. But now I'm walking to the review, and then I'll let y'all know how it went. How you feeling after both exams?
On to the next.
On to the next.
Forward motion.
Run me over. Finish the job.
Can't make me, can't break me. Still out here.
Yeah. Just got my nails fixed up. I don't remember if I told y'all that one of my nails came off, or like the dip powder came off, so I was looking crazy for a little bit. So I just wanted to get that refilled, nothing fancy, because I'm in cadavers, you know, all day long. Don't want nothing flying off inside the body. Yeah, let me get home and then tell y'all about today. All right, everybody, I am back home. Let's get into it. So today was our first exam of physical therapy school. It was something. So we got there this morning, and you literally go straight into the written exam. The exam was 55 questions. We had 90 minutes to take it. It was hard, to say the least. I did not do well. True confessions. Like, it was not good. It wasn't good for a lot of us. We're very honest about our scores and whatever. So, can't talk about it because it's an exam. And then there's some people that haven't taken it or whatever. So, the lab exam was broken up into two groups. We had group A and then we had group B that went at different times. I was in group B, so I had about an hour and a half to eat lunch, and if you wanted to study some more, which I did. As soon as I got out of the written exam, first of all, I was the last one in the written exam. Like, I took the full time, and I didn't care because I wanted to sit there. The first thing I did before I even started the exam was write out the cervical plexus, brachial plexus, subclavian, axillary artery with its branches, all that stuff. That way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's fine. But that way, I had it drawn out already, and I didn't have to stop during the exam to draw it out to figure out what I needed, which was very helpful for a lot of the questions. Clearly not helpful enough, but it's fine. I'm learning. After the written exam was done, then I went into the student center completely alone. I did not want anybody near me. Don't talk to me. Like, let me decompress. I called my boyfriend for a while. We talked for maybe a little under 10 minutes, just like I said, so I could decompress, get that encouragement, get mentally prepared for the lab exam. Then after that conversation, I sat down and studied some muscle cards for, I'll say, maybe an hour. Then I warmed up my lunch, and that was it. I was like, no more studying. I'm going to eat, relax. And then the lab exam was around 1 o'clock. And we got to the lab. The other group was still going, so that was fine. I waited for a little bit. Again, lab rules. Don't cheat. Be smart. Do your best. Whatever. We go through it. Another 55 questions. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, but it was still hard. Like I said, I did not do well on my exam. I give you the rules, and then you go ahead and look over your exam, see what you got wrong, see what you got right, yada yada, and then you get out. Then we went back into the lab so that we can go over the lab exam. The lecture exam review wasn't terrible because some people knew their scores, some people didn't. For me, I didn't look at my lecture exam scores yet because I didn't even know they were posted. So I was fine when we were just going through, and I was like, oh, wow, like, I knew I got that right. Or this one, like, I knew I got that wrong, whatever. After that, we went to the lab, and then we looked through all the answers to the lab exam, what it was supposed to be, what you didn't, or what you wrote, whatever. And our professor basically told us that he's not worried. He knows we have a lot of work to do, but we're all capable of being physical therapists, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that is so great that you feel that way, but we did not. A lot of us were, just kind of like on to the next one. There were people that were obviously more upset. There were people that were like really happy with their score because they thought they were going to do significantly worse. Who knows? All I know is today is a rest day. I'm recovering. I am not worried about what tomorrow will bring. We're going to start new material tomorrow. Of course, no breaks. There's no point in dwelling over this terrible exam. It was the first exam. We didn't know how their questions were going to be. We didn't know what to expect. Gonna take a walk, shower, eat, and relax. Find a good movie or something. That's the way to do it in preparation for tomorrow. Then I just got to get through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And it's a long weekend because Monday is Juneteenth and we have no class. So, thanks for watching. That's it for this video, you guys. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that. I don't understand why you wouldn't. And click the bell so you can turn your post notifications on to be notified every single time that I post a new video. Most importantly, please go ahead and share this video. I don't have anything catchy because my brain is fried, but just share it. Share it, share it, share it. Share it with everybody you know. That's it. Love you guys. Deuces.